move all around. Hey, everybody. It is Natalie, the Naughty Shaman, and I am here with another Naughty Shaman, Heather, Para, Blair. Did I get them all? I
You
don't
got
know.
them all.
All right, good. And we're doing an episode right now of Doin My Dharma. And it's a new series that I started with podcasts because I wanted to showcase all the inspirational and amazing things that people are doing out there in the world who've graduated Dharma school. They are out there flying, and Heather is one of those high flying, amazing powerhouses. So, Heather owns 3 spas with her cousin, and they are featured in the Best of Connecticut as their day spas. They are also, their latest spa has a speakeasy. So we'll have to hear more about that a little bit later, which I just love. And she is also an amazing mystic, an amazing mama. And I'm so glad to have her here today. And a Dave Matthews Band fan, like crazy Dave Matthews fan. I love it so much. So, welcome, Heather. I am so glad that you're here today.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the invite. I'm so happy to be here with you. I miss you so much.
Oh my gosh, I know. I miss you so much. I can't wait to see you in October. I'll
I
get out some
know.
tarot cards and have our coffee in the morning. It'll be
Yes.
so perfect.
Coffee on the couch.
Exactly. Exactly. It's my favorite thing. Oh man, so I know you're like a super badass powerhouse right now, but not every single day and not every single moment of your life has been that way,
Mm,
right?
yeah.
Right. That's all a lie that everyone's perfect all the
Yeah.
time.
Woohoo.
So I know. So yeah, I was thinking about when I first met you, when you came into Dharma school and started all that work in that way, you'd already been doing a lot of work in your life. But I don't know if you want to say a little bit about what was going on in your life where you were like, yeah, I think I'm gonna go do this next level.
Yes. So I would say probably ever since I started just massaging. I always knew there was more to it. And back then, there was barely, I don't even know if there was Facebook at the time. There was no way of, I wasn't, again, I'm a dinosaur, so I'm not really on the internet to begin with. But I, you couldn't really find things like if researching. So I was always looking for energy work or something. I knew something was different about my massages. I knew something was different about me. And so I just kept looking and looking, and nothing happened. So then went through a little phase, and here we are at COVID. And and now we already opened our first spa and everything, and COVID happened, shut down, and now
Oh,
you have Facebook and Telegram and all these other internet places I could find things. And so I was looking, and I was like getting into all the spiritual stuff, and I was like, I think I'm ready for Dharma school.
mm,
And I remember another cousin of mine, Lori, who
yeah.
was working as a receptionist, was saying, "You've got to meet my best friend. She's a naughty shaman." And I'm like, "What's this naughty shaman?" So she gave me your number, and I reached out to you. And
That's right.
I signed up like literally on the spot. I was like, I need to do this. I think
You
it was my
did.
50th birthday. And I was like, this is my birthday present to me. And I
Yeah.
had no idea what I was getting into.
No idea. Like, I think we had coffee and a conversation, and that was it. You were done. You were like, yes, we're doing this all the way. I
All the
love
way.
it.
I
All the
signed up
way.
for all of it.
You did all at once. You were like, yeah, sign me up for that. I'm in. It was amazing.
And what a gift that was, because that changed the trajectory, everything about my life and my work, and just
Oh,
all of it. It's just I would call you like randomly, and I'm like crying in the car going, thank you, thank you.
it's phone calls to get because I was like, "We are doing it. We're doing it," you know? It was always such a boost to our, confidence. So, yeah, it was very
Yes.
reciprocal. You gave, we all got a lot out of it. It's
Yeah.
been an amazing journey, and I'm so glad it continues. So, how did you survive COVID right after opening your first spa? Like, that
Oh,
sounds terrible. How did you
yes.
survive that? Because I know so many entrepreneurs out there are starting their business and they're facing these challenges, maybe not
Yes.
COVID, but there's a part of you, I think, when you hit one of those challenges that's like, maybe this is the universe telling me to back off and not do this. And then you can run away from your Dharma. But
Yeah.
you didn't. You stayed. How did you do that?
Yes. Well, Katie and I definitely, Katie's my cousin and my partner, and we would still go to work probably 4 to 5 days a week.
Yeah.
And we cleaned, we stayed in our space, we lit candles, we like danced around the rooms while we were cleaning, and we were trying to brainstorm because most people could at least either work from home, but
Mhm.
we're working and touching people in a room. You can't massage someone online, you know? So it was
Right.
like, what do you
We've
do?
tried.
So, oh my God, we like came up with different ideas of selling products, and we would literally hand drive the car and deliver them in packages at their front doorstep. Just little ways to survive. We kept posting, we kept trying to um, keep our spirits up, really. And we were one of the last ones, at least in Connecticut. Like, we did, it shut down in March, and I don't think we were able to open until August.
Oof,
So it
that's
was a
right.
long time. And like, thank God we were smart with our money too. So we
Mhm.
had some backup, and everyone was an employee so they could get their monies and everything.
That's great.
Yeah, it was a scary, scary time. And honestly, I still think to this day, things haven't bounced back yet the way
Yeah,
it was for
right.
sure, but we're still trucking along and doing what we can do.
That's amazing. And what kept you from giving up? Like, how you just kept your spirits up and you
Yeah,
brainstormed, like,
yeah.
it doesn't sound like there was even an option of quitting.
It was not an option of quitting. And I will
Awesome.
say, I guess maybe even more on a spiritual level. And I was obviously a massage therapist during 9/11.
Yeah.
You felt
Mm,
um on the collective people, like the fear in people. There was just that like a low hum of it. I don't know how else to explain it.
yeah.
But there was just this non-trust. I don't know. People needed us. They
Yeah.
needed to feel touched, they needed to feel safe. And it was kind of the same thing. Like, I knew once everything opened up, people were going to need us again. People needed to be touched. People need, and like, safe touch and love and safety, really.
Yeah.
A place to just go and let go of the noise.
That is so powerful, and it's so true. Do you feel like similar things are going on in the collective now?
Yes. Yep. I
Yeah. What are
do.
you sensing? Like, you work with a lot of people in energy work and in body work. So, yeah, what are you
Yes.
sensing now in the collective?
I see, definitely people are a little bit more open to spiritual reality.
Mm,
They're open to listening a little bit more than just, that's like foo foo or
right.
woo woo stuff. I
Mm-hmm.
think people are at a breaking point.
Yeah.
And so, where do you go? You either turn to
Right.
drugs or alcohol, or you start to go within and really figure it the fuck out,
That's right.
you
Figure it the
know?
fuck out. I love it. And it's true
Yeah,
because I think what we're facing collectively isn't it's not a problem that has like a mental solution. It's a spiritual, it's an existential kind of problem that we're having
yeah,
about safety collectively and trust and truth and all that seems to be up for
yeah.
questioning right now.
It's
That's
it
amazing.
is. It's a lot, and I struggle too with. Yeah, I
Mhm.
did the divisiveness is what kills me because
Right.
it it doesn't what was the word I was let me try and think of this is people shouldn't identify, or shouldn't say, I shouldn't identify as a certain thing. And
Mhm.
so when someone says they're either one way or the other, then it like puts this line up. And
Mm.
I'm like, "But that's not who you are. That's not what I see. I see your soul as a human."
Right.
And, and so I think people are getting so confused in that. And
Mhm.
that's where I see the confusion and the divisiveness. I'm saying it right, right?
Totally right. Yeah, 100%. Woo!
I make up my own words
I know, which
sometimes.
is totally allowed on this show, so that's perfect.
Ah,
Yeah, no, I see that too, and it is, and it's almost like people are mistaking different ideas for their identity, and we forgot a
yes,
little bit of our humanity. So I
yes,
imagine, what you're doing in the world, what we're doing in the world, it's very important right now.
yeah,
Similarly to when 9/11 happened, when COVID happened, there's like a culture. I was talking to my daughter, and I know you've got kids too. So my daughter was just in town from University of Delaware, and I said, we're talking about generational stuff. And I was saying stuff about my generation, how women, like you could get beat up or bullied or date raped, and people were like, shake it off. Like it wasn't like it is now. No one was
no,
having the conversations then. And
yeah,
I was so happy for her generation that they were. And she said, yeah, but our generation is suffering so much collective trauma.
yeah,
And I was like, boom, that's hard to hear from a 19-year-old, you know what I mean? And it's
yeah.
true. It's true. There's just been so much. So what you're doing is absolutely incredible. If I remember correctly, and I think I do, it was either during COVID or maybe right after COVID where you're like, we're cooking up an idea and it's going to have a speakeasy and it's going to, wasn't the vision for Hush kind of
Yes.
in process, even though you're in the middle of the shit show of COVID, you're like, oh, I've got a dream. Tell us what happened with the vision of Hush? How did it come to you?
So it was actually right when the talking started about COVID, and it was like Christmas time. So it wasn't like ready yet for the shutdown.
Hmm.
So that was Hush. So this was before Ileana, or our second location, Glastonbury, came about. So we were looking in Southington, and actually in the spot we're in now in Southington, we first looked at that spot
Okay.
and it was too expensive. And then we were like, this is perfect, but we can't afford it, and blah, blah, blah. So we went to another spot and we were like, we think this is the spot. So the day of the shutdown, the next day was going to be the shutdown. Everyone had to stay home. We were out with a contractor looking at this space. And so we were giving her the vision and all the things. And we were like, yeah, yeah. And then, you know, we had to go home that night and like go grocery shopping and get the alcohol and all the things that you needed
Everything you
to
need for the
have.
next year. We didn't know.
Right. They were like 2 weeks or a week, or I don't know what they said. Right. So then we're sitting there at home and a week goes by, 2 weeks go by. And now Katie and I are like, no one's going to be sitting in a hot tub
Right.
together. No one's in a steam room. Everyone's 6 feet apart and all this stuff. So we were like, all right, pivot.
Pivot.
So, we had to obviously focus on our original spot in Newington just to survive. So after the survival of that, and then I think it was in 22, we were like, all right, pivot, let's open up a bigger spot for like Newington. So I said,
Yeah.
well, it has to have the float tank. I'm very big on hydrotherapies and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that, the different healing modalities. So I'm like, the float tanks, we have to make sure there's room for that. So we looked, there was two spaces in Glastonbury. We landed on one and we went forward with it. Everyone thought we were crazy because COVID was still, it took like what,
Yeah.
3 years and masks and protocols and all this stuff. So we opened and that was great. And then I think it was like a year later. It's almost like, when you have a baby you're on that high and you're like, let's have another one. Like you like just get that high of like, I want another baby. So so it was kind of like that. I think we were just riding high, and I was back in Southington, and I was like, you know what? The space is still open. I go, let's see, maybe it'll come down on the price because of COVID and all the things. And they did. We had a meeting and we were like, let's just do it. And this one was a combination of Katie's vision and my vision, because I really wanted a whole hydrotherapy circuit, which is a steam room, sauna, cold plunge, and hot tub. So you're going back and forth between the hot and the cold.
Right.
And she really wanted a man spa, which was like
Mm.
barber, the shave, the clean cut shave, and the speakeasy bar. So I was
Yes.
like, I go, this place is huge. Like, I think we could fit all of it in this spot. So we combined both of our visions and we ran with it. It was logistically for the state and the town. They were like, you're doing what?
Oh, yeah, and
With
how many
all the,
years has it taken you to
it's
take it from
taken
idea
3
to inception?
years.
3 years.
3 years. It's definitely a labor of love.
Yeah.
I have PTSD from it. I like just want to forget that happened.
Yes. We'll
Because
do a session on it. We got you. We got you.
now we're on to all new problem, good problems, but new problems just to figure out, now that we're in working order here and being like, oh wow, it's busy. How we should probably hire more people.
So awesome. What a great problem. That's
Right, right,
amazing, but it never ends,
right.
right?
It
If it's
never ends.
growing, you've got problems. Exactly. Oh, I'm so excited for you. And Hush Spa is in Southington, Connecticut, and there's no other place like it. It's a man spa, it's the hydrotherapy circuit, and it's the speakeasy.
Yes, and
And
it's not just for men. That was the other thing, was because she wanted a man spa, but then like you're isolating half the population.
most of us who go to spas.
Yeah. So we made it's the decor is neutral enough that everybody feels comfortable in this space. Like our Glastonbury is a little on the bougie side, and we still have a lot of men that come in, but
Yeah.
this place is like it's perfect.
It's leather,
Yeah.
dark lighting, like you
Yeah,
could have a
very moody.
bourbon and yeah, it's such a I love it so much. It's gorgeous.
So yeah,
Yeah.
and we grew, it now from Katie and I, now we've grown our team because you really need to depend on a lot of different people. We can't be everywhere all at once.
Right.
So we brought our husbands in, and we have two managers and, lead front desk people. So it now like all the different energies, but I think we all work really well together, which is nice. And I think if I'm going to say something, everybody listens first,
Mm,
which is huge. And I learned that in Dharma school. You have
that's
to,
right.
yes, you have to sit and listen. And you
Yeah.
get so much from just listening.
So true.
So,
It's incredible what you've created. And I mean, the one thing when I listen to your story that just strikes me all the time is how courageous you are. And you and
mm,
Katie together are, but they're, COVID, we're like, let's grow. You've got Hush with all these problems with the state and the all the different permits that you had to get. And you're like, doesn't matter. We're going. It's going to take 3 years. We don't care. How do you keep believing. I hear Journey in my head. I'm not
yeah,
singing it right, but don't stop believing. There it is.
yeah,
Yeah. How do you keep the belief and of the vision
yeah.
so
We don't,
present,
we
even
don't
during
let it
difficulty?
go. Well, I think one, Katie and I are cousins. So I think our ancestor line
Yeah. Hit
was,
it.
yeah, was very, very strong with work ethic, and to almost a fault where I'm always like, Katie, you need to rest. Because Katie will just, she's 15 years younger than me. She is like the Energizer bunny. I'm like, you need to slow down.
Right. Listen
Like,
to your elders.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've learned how to set boundaries now in my
Yeah.
old age. Yeah. Not that I'm old, but yeah,
Yeah.
55 is, you slow
The fifth
down.
floor. It's all right. It's all right. But yes, there's enough wisdom going on that we know about boundaries and taking a break. Exactly.
um, Yeah, you know what? Her and I never thought of anything really as a problem. So when problems arise, we're like, how do you fix it?
Yeah.
And there's always, where there's a will, there's a way. There's always a way around something. There's always somehow, or you pivot
Yeah.
and there's a plan A, a plan B, a plan C. Like we will figure it out, you know?
Yeah.
There's just, I don't think we've ever given up on anything.
No.
And I think like even, the manager, our whole team, they'll be like, "What?" And we're like, "No, this is like what's gonna happen."
Yeah. It's a tremendous like leadership. I was going to ask one of the questions I wanted to ask you is what do you feel like you've learned about leadership in this role? Because you've gone from just being a massage therapist to now owning 3 spas and this new one's
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah. And that's a struggle for me was I wouldn't say I my sense of what I think a leadership is, I had to turn around and learn how to look at myself and be like, you are a leader. Like, cause
Mm,
I don't see it.
mhm.
I'm just like, yeah, we're just doing this. And I just go ahead and do it. So, like, when people would say things to me, I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just doing it. Like, so I don't really have a sense of it where like
Right.
Katie does. Like,
Yeah.
her and I are yin and yang. So, like,
Mhm.
she's the one out front. Like, I'll say, these are the landing points I need you to have. And then she'll finesse and do, and then like go up there and speak and do all these things or write a letter
Wow.
or a post. And I'm like, oh my God, you're amazing. And she's like, well, you did this, this, and this. And I'm like, oh yeah.
Right? What a team.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's what I mean. You really rely on, to me, it's team. It's
Yeah.
a team thing that nobody outshines the other. I think we all collectively play a part. We
Right.
all have parts and we all do have like our own duties that we have. It's been all, lined up on a piece of paper of what loosely we're
Yeah.
supposed to do. And then it swaps a little here and there, I mean, like you have to feel comfortable with it's not going to be black and white.
Right. No, it's
Nothing
just
is
never
black and
is
white.
it?
Nothing ever goes the way it's supposed to.
No, you can see it in your head, like, yeah, and then it's like,
Yeah.
just a shade of gray. It's not
Yeah.
as black and white as you thought it was gonna be,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's fun riding the waves sometimes.
Yeah, it is. It absolutely is. Oh my gosh, you just made me thinking about that. So what do you think how has growing your intuition, your confidence in your intuition, your spirituality, all of that, how has that aided your business savvy? Because you're an incredible businesswoman. You've always been. And you've always also been the spiritual person. And now I see these things coming together so amazingly. But how has the spiritual elements impacted the business elements?
Um, Listening.
Mm,
I've always been very good at reading a room,
hmm.
um, reading um, the collective. Um, so I just bring that in a little bit more. I've also been, and you've pointed this out to me actually, at like a weaver where
Mm.
like people will start talking and I'll be like, "Oh, I have 5 people for you to contact." Like
Yes.
I know where you
Yes.
need to
And
go
you
next.
start your magic of just the connections all weave together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Dharma school and the spirituality and all of that has really helped me grow in its practice,
Mm.
of really just staying open and listening to my own intuition as to like, is it a no or is this a yes, or I think this isn't a safe bet yet, like let's hold off type of
Yeah.
thing. Um, yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
It's so exciting. Like, I'm just so excited for you. And you do shamanic massage. Tell us a little bit about your process because we have a lot of body workers who are like, how can I be more,
Right.
use my intuition? So I know you've been working for years to weave that together. So I'm like so excited. Tell us about your process.
I know. So I don't so I did Dharma school because I was like, I have all these feelings, but I don't know where to put them or what to do. And in massage school, they really teach you to be quiet,
Right.
let the person on the table needs to relax and da 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 da. So I would feel these feelings and I'd be like, why is she so sad? And like I'm crying and I'm massaging a
Mm,
person going, "Oh my god, I just want to like hold her or like
right.
ask her what's wrong." And I was taught not to.
Mm-hmm.
And so learning how to, number 1, back in ancestor land or when I was young, I
Yeah.
was really taught not to speak.
Mm,
So it was more like you're supposed to look pretty and
yeah.
just be seen but not heard type of thing. And nobody's fault. It was just the way
It was
it's happened.
cultural, it was
Yeah.
ancestral. Hmm.
So learning that to trust myself and be like, okay, my self-worth and I can speak and really trust what's coming out of my mouth.
Mm, yeah.
um And so I was able to, through Dharma school, learn how to weave it in my massage because when I put my hands on somebody, I can feel their emotions. It just happens. So then with the right ethical procedures that are taught,
Oh,
um,
yeah.
I am able to do my thing and
Mm,
help the person. And it's because they sign up for that, they know what they're expecting. So, like, if they're
right.
just signing up for massage, I'm not going in and going, "What is your soul trying to tell me?"
How's your soul today? Tell me everything. Yeah. They'd be like, my shoulder is hurting from pickleball.
So, it's more of that if people are willing to participate.
That's awesome. Oh my gosh. Cause I think about like I go to massage person here because now I live in Delaware and you're in Connecticut. And I'm like, oh, I miss the element that Heather has because the
I
way
know.
the way
And
you do that, I know.
yeah, and sometimes, like, I know for myself, like, sometimes, yes, you just want someone to dig in there and
Right.
get those chronic issues.
Hmm.
And then other times I want to, like, release
Right.
and I know memories and emotions are stored in your body. I mean,
Hmm.
that's a fact.
That
So,
is. That's some science shit
yeah,
there.
I mean, it's got to come out.
Got to come out, right?
Yeah,
Or it turns into chronic illness.
correct.
Right.
Correct.
So yeah, we don't have time for that. No.
No,
No
not at
time for that illness. We got too many things, too many dreams to make real.
exactly,
I love.
exactly.
So what's the next dream? What are you cooking up next,
Oh,
Heather? Are you
I
like, let's
know.
take a breather?
Yeah, this is definitely a breather. We just opened a month ago, so we're really still in the throes of learning our new place and the personality of it and who's going to be coming through the doors to visit. And it's exciting. It's exciting times, and I'm so it's the first of everything, the first holiday. Actually,
Oh,
next weekend is the apple harvest in Southington for the next 2 weekends. So are we going to be busy? Are we not going to be busy? Are people going to be curious and come through? And so, yeah, it's the first of everything this year. So I'm really excited.
oh, that's so cool.
And
That's so awesome.
we did have a vision for a fourth space, so we'll see.
I'm gonna
Just
keep
not now.
posted. Yeah, just next year this time we'll do another podcast and you can tell me all about it.
I need a few years to recoup.
Sounds fair. We'll give you that. We'll give you that. That's awesome. So,
Uh,
what is one of your, when you get down or you get a little bit, do you have a quote or something that keeps you inspired, or a book or both?
so Katie and I, we interchange them a lot, but we have three quotes, and one is "Work hard, play harder," because
Play
her and
hard.
I definitely love to play.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
yeah, it's just part of what's in us, I guess.
You
The two
guys are
of us,
such naughty shamans. I love
we
it. I love
are. We definitely are, which I love. And the other one is because, again, how we were saying, shit always can go south or whatever. And it's always, it is what it is. And
Ah,
we need to just, like I said, we'll figure it out. So
yeah.
it's always, it is what it is. And now let's move forward and figure, plan B.
That's so powerful. It is what
Yeah.
it is.
And then the other one is, we got this.
We got this. Ah, I love it. Those are 3 good ones, like, just to write down and keep on my board right here. It's so
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
And
do you guys oh, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
no, I was going to say, you do got this.
I do got this. Thank you, girl. I know I can always call you for moral support, and you're always, "You got this." So it's always perfect.
Oh,
I'm
yes.
so grateful to have you as a friend. It's just
Oh, me too.
I
I love
just
you so
adore
much.
you. My sisters.
Oh, I'm counting the days when you get here.
I know it's not long. It's
I
not
know.
long. So do
I
you have
know.
a grand opening? Am I going to be there for the grand opening or is it
So
no?
we are working on a date. I just can't remember at the moment when it is. So,
Well,
but it
awesome.
is going to be, I believe, in October. So
Okay. So people
stay
can
tuned.
find you at Del Sol Spas. Is that
Yes,
the
Del Sol Spa, and our website for Hush is not quite up yet, but we
okay.
have Ileana a Del Sol Spa and Del Sol Spa at the
All right. So they'll be able to find you.
Yes, they will.
I love it. And you can always find anything about what's going on at Hush on Facebook, at your Facebook page. So that's
Yes,
where a
we
lot of the
have.
most up to date pictures and happenings and events are going on right there. I know I keep track of you there. I'm always like, every time Garrett makes a drink, I'm like, I want to drink that right now. Like they
Oh my
look
God.
so appealing. I don't know what he's cooking up there in
I
the
know.
bar, but I'm like, I want to be there all the time.
We have who is it? The Crafted Cocktail. Um he has a little what are they called? Like mobile place.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he goes to like venues and stuff like that. And he was so kind to come and make some crafted drinks for our menu, and they are so good. So good. The fire and ice, I am going to tell you, hands down, is like, I
Take a
want
note of
like
that.
10 of them every time I go in there. I'm like, all right, Heather, slow your roll.
All right, when I'm there in October, we're definitely going to go get some fire and ice at the spa, and I can't wait.
That's awesome.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Thank you so much. Thank you for everything that you are and everything that you're doing for the planet. Like,
Oh,
really, I
thank
think
you.
that every person that walks through your doors is going to leave feeling more grounded, more confident, more at peace, more joy. And then that's going to go back into their homes and that's going to go back into their offices and onward
Yes.
and onward, right?
Yep. The ripple effect. I
The
love it.
ripple effect. So yeah, I'm so glad for places as soulful as yours. You're
Oh,
magic. You
thank
are
you.
magic. And so is Katie. We'll have to
And
get
so
her.
is
I'll tell
Katie,
her
and
I
so
hey.
is our whole team.
And
All,
Garrett, I know your
yes.
whole team is just
Yep. The
outstanding.
therapists, everybody, they're just so talented, and everyone brings something different to the table, which I just absolutely love.
Yeah. It's brilliant what you've created.
Thank you. Thank you.
Any advice you'd give to entrepreneurs out there who are just getting started with their first challenges
Yes.
and want to throw in the towel,
12 seconds of courage, jump with 2 feet.
jump with 2 feet? I know when we were talking earlier, one of your favorite things was just go in over your head.
Yeah.
Like, and it seems like you've done that time and time again. Just get in over your
Yeah.
head. You'll figure it out.
Yeah. We were talking about that because I was like, what are you afraid of? That you're going to fail? So what? That's how you learn.
Mm,
There's no such thing as failure. To me, there isn't. I mean, that's where the growth happens, really. If that
right.
didn't work, try it another way, you know? So,
Well, it's so true. And I think people need to hear that because entrepreneurial, efforts look so sexy on social media and on the outside, right? Like
yeah.
everyone's like, Naughty Shaman's so sexy, cool. And I'm like, yes, she is. And she is. But
She
there's
is.
also this like hair pulling
Yeah.
nonsense that goes on
Yeah.
in days.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think what you're saying is absolutely right.
Yeah.
I think it's important for people to hear that, what you're saying right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I
Mm,
know. And people are always like, "Oh, you're traveling here and there." I'm like, "Yeah, but you don't see I'm still working." Like there's still
right.
fires to put out.
The midnight phone
Yeah,
calls, because truly, I think as an entrepreneur, if you haven't lost all your money at least once, you're not even playing the game.
exactly. It's so true.
So maybe someone needed to hear that today and be
Yes,
like,
I
they're
hope
they're
so.
sitting there going, "Oh my God."
I
Like
know.
you can recover from that.
You really can,
You
believe me.
really can.
It's
You need
3
to like
years.
have a terrible breakup, going on with either an employee or a relative or your
Yes.
spouse or something going on in your life during an entrepreneurial life. And you can recover from that. You can
Yes.
keep your business going and recover from that. I think
Uh,
that's absolutely right. Just keep going. Get in
yeah,
over your head and keep going.
yeah. That's it. We got this.
We got this. I love it. Well, thank you, Heather. You're
Mwah.
amazing. Hush Spa is the new spa in the Del Sol spas, but you can always go to Eliana in Glastonbury, and you can always go to the OG spa in Southington, Del Sol. And so this is Natalie with Naughty Shaman signing off for now, where we like to keep the sacred a little bit wild and totally real.
Yes.
Bye, sweetheart.
Take care.